So I'm in the Federation this evening to talk about my book Reboot. The purpose of the book and the talk this evening is to think about rebalancing or calibrating the argument against this sort of dystopian view that technology is going to take away jobs and humanity is destined for the scrap heap. So it's trying to think about the role of business and the role of businesses to think more progressively around the space for work and the place for creativity in the workplace. I am an optimist for the long term and a pessimist for the short term, which is the reason for writing the book. I think that there are a number of things that we can do to create a better future using technologies and actually ways that technology can enhance our life. But in the short term, there seems to be very few alternative realities that are being debated. So the purpose of the book was trying to create a debate and say the role for business in creating this more positive view of the future. So long-term optimistic, short-term a little pessimistic, which is the reason I wrote the book. Yeah, it was interesting that the union today came out and calling for a 4-day week, because that was one of the strong arguments in the book. I mean, the chapters that precede it really talk about requirement of a culture of experimentation. The reality is none of us know whether this technological future will be positive or negative. But if we have a culture of experimentation, we can work to some alternative realities. And one of the things that we're doing at Simply Business is we're saying, look, we're going to implement high-tech solutions to optimize the experience, the workplace, and indeed the lives of our customers. But at the same time, we want to make sure that benefit is shared both with shareholders and employees as well. So we've created a number of experiments over the next 2 years where we implement technology that should create a more efficient workplace, and then we agreed with our shareholders that we'll share that to try and get everyone to a 4-day week. But who knows if we can do that? I mean, we're a tech company, we have the capabilities to implement these technologies, but whether people want to do that and whether we can actually enhance the working conditions, time will tell. So the 3 things that I'm most passionate about in the book were, one, trying to recalibrate the argument against this dystopian future that's been predicted and created. The second thing is that really thinking about the way in which we can create a more humane workplace, and again recalibrate the parts of our lives with the ability to have a fulfilling and enriching career. And the third part really is the book was an exploration personally to try and work out the role of technology in my children's life. My kids are 9 and 6 now. And we're trying to think of the ways in which technology can play an important role in terms of educating them, entertaining them, and quite frankly, inspiring them, whilst at the same time making sure that it's a tool rather than a taskmaster.